Wow. I keep doing stuff that I didn't know I was going to do it. And then then I do it. Seems to be working out. It hasn't gone horribly terrible. That doesn't make any sense, but it's been busy. I've had a hectic weekend. I'll keep pulling my dick out. I tried to get a boner last night because I was like, what'd be real funny is naked roast, and I've just got full erection because last year people were like, dang, dude, you're packing. I already knew I was doing okay, but when a bunch of dudes, straight dudes, tell me how big my dick is, it does go to your head a little bit. So I kind of wanted to do better because that's me. I want to do better every time I do stuff. So I was like, I'm going to have a fat cock next time. So first day, I tried to chub up a little bit, and it was just a lot of dudes, straight dudes again, ruining everything, asking me about stuff, about Ellis Mania, and it just threw me off my get hard game, which is weird. I've always been very proud of my penis and how it can operate. I'm like, I'm a pretty good skateboarder, but you should see me fuck. But I feel like the more I hang out, I've been doing some stuff on OnlyFans, and the other day for my birthday, I had like 4 of the hottest chicks ever, and my dick was like not really that into it. And I was like, dude, is this from the pressure? Because I thought you and I were on the same path together. When the pressure shows up, we fucking go for it. But my dick was like, hey, there's a lot of ladies. And that kind of fucked with me a little bit. And then, yesterday day before, I couldn't really get it up. And then last night, I was like, that's it, I'm taking a boner pill and I'm going to get fucking rock hard. And then Karen that I met, forgot her last name, really nice lady, obviously a professional comedian, very advanced, funny lady. But she was, Annie Lederman. Wasn't sure if we were going to have a guest.
Sorry, hi. Karen Fian.
What?
Karen Fian?
Yes, thank you.
She's very advanced. That's so funny to say. Hi.
Do you have abs on today, or are you just...
No, they're underneath, but they're there.
Right. Trust me. Trust you.
Hi.
I trust you.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hello, Annie.
This
Thanks
is the
for
guys.
having me.
I
thought this was a stand-up show, to be honest. Sorry I'm late.
It's okay. Annie Lederman says hello to me at the Comedy Store from time to time.
Every time I say
And it is, let me just say it, the most joy, the most proud moments of my comedy life is when I'm at the Comedy Store and people are letting me be there. And then Annie walks by and goes, Jason, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. Bye, Annie Lederman. And people go, you know her? And I'm like, well, I'm a comedian. I'm at the Comedy Store. Obviously, I fucking know her.
I'm like, what, is there a naked show here or something? Why is this guy here? Does he have an opportunity to show his big dick or something? Why is this guy here? No, I always, that's funny because I'm always like, does Jason not like me? Because you're always like I'm like, Jason, and then you're like, eh. I'm like, oh. I didn't know he was
intimidated.
nervous. I didn't know he was nervous.
I am. I'm intimidated by all of you guys. You guys are all...
It's cooler if you were only intimidated by me.
You like that?
Yeah.
I'll stay intimidated.
Don't you guys like when people fear you?
It's the best.
Feels good.
I guess that's pretty
best,
cool.
Right? Okay.
So anyway, let me talk about trying to get hard as rock last night in front of a bunch of dudes. So I'm trying to jerk my dick off, but in a way where it's not obviously stroking it. You know what I mean? I was trying to do like a weird twisty thing to the
Do you see
side.
how far up it goes? For the podcast listeners, it went up really far. His phantom jerk.
You want? It's not a phantom. I've got a leg.
We know.
Well, anyway, I couldn't make it work. And then Karen was talking to me, so I was facing her, and I'm jerking my dick off. And then she took her top off, and I was like, okay, that's not appropriate. So then I looked like just over her head. And I was like, just so you know, I'm not looking at your tits, but I am jerking my dick and I am facing you. Is this inappropriate? And she was like, no, it's fine. And I was like, just move a little bit to the side so I'm not like jerking at you.
Well, Also, Jason, it's Karen. You should have had her turn around and look at her ass. I mean, let's be real. She's more of an ass girl.
It is a great
not
ass.
much, huh?
Well, anyway, she moved to the side, and then there was like 5 or 6 dudes behind her. So now I'm jerking my dick off to 5 straight dudes. And I was like, hey, Karen, maybe move back. Because it just got way worse. But then I found if I do this, like, you know how you make a beat with your dick and balls? Like, you get it to do like a that was making it chub up a little bit. But I was like, man, you're not going to get a full bone. And that was fucking with me because I figured I could get a full bone anywhere, anytime. But apparently...
Are you not sponsored by Blue Chew?
I am. But I pay for them. I don't know. I do the reads, but I don't really... But I have to pay for the pills. But I took one yesterday to make it work, and it's still... I just needed 5 seconds of somebody actually sexually interested in me with no dudes talking about punching, and I would have had it. But nobody would let me do that. And then I go out there and do the show. And then when I come back, I go to get my clothes. And Harrington took my clothes. So now I'm just standing there with a bunch of drunk dudes. And one of them, who fought at Ellis Mania yesterday, was like, dude, you got a huge cock. And I was like, cool, slightly uncomfortable. He's like, look at mine. It's nowhere near as big as yours. And I'm like, dude. And then some other guy next to him was like, whoa, my cock's... And I was like, hey. And then I just fucking walked straight into the crowd, and because I was like, if I stand here for 10 more seconds, I'm gonna have 5 straight drunk dudes showing me how small their penises are.
I love that
it
turned into like preschool when the teacher's not around. Everybody's just like, your pee-pee? This is my pee-pee. They're his pee-pee.
It's Skankfest circle time.
Yeah. This place is like an incel revolution just waiting to break out.
Well, I kind of feel like Harrington needs to take note, and maybe next year they have like a fluffer on stuff.
Yeah, I was looking for my wife, but
where was she? She was hiding behind your cock. No one could see her.
I was under the balls.
I didn't know where she was. And then there was this...
in the balls.
And then there was this creepy... I don't want to say creepy, but I don't know how else to explain it. She was kind of cute, and she was standing right at the end of the table, and I was right there. And she was kind of cute, but in a I like too much cocaine kind of thing. There was something a little off, but she was hot. And when I sat down, I was like, because she was this close, and I was like, oh, that's really close. And she was like, yeah. And I thought, wait a minute, because anybody looks at me for too long, I think maybe they want to suck it. I'm like, maybe she wants to suck it. And then I leaned back, and I looked over, and she was looking at my dick when I leaned back, and I was like, if this was the other way, if that was a dude, and you're just staring at my pussy, that would be inappropriate, right? I mean, I don't mind, because you're kind of cute. I don't even care. You don't have to be cute. Just look at it. I want everybody to look at it. Just gonna be totally honest. But it did make me a little bit uncomfortable. But then when I walked out, now I've done it 2 times now, where I've just walked through Skankfest completely naked, which made me realize if I was ever in a hurry and there was an emergency and I was in a big group of people, if I take my clothes off, you can part C's that way. I just kept saying, live dick, we got a live dick over here. And everybody kept moving. I got back to that room, lickety split. I was pretty impressed with myself.
And then how late were you here last night?
Till the end of the naked roast.
Yeah, as soon as the
11:30?
naked roast ended,
So you didn't wait till the part where it turns into like, are these Skankfest people or homeless people? We're not sure. Like, is someone a zombie? Do I get bit and I'm here forever? What happens? It turns dark.
I never thought about that, but now I'm getting scared. You could be bit.
When you were like, the girl was standing over there and she was sort of scary, I'm like, yeah, like the entire Skankfest. There's always one person where you're like, I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Do you remember the guy who passed out, went unconscious
Yes.
during the show?
When
we were leaving, I saw him walking back in, just like, whistle while you work.
Yeah.
Like he just got a fresh batch of whatever the fuck did that the first time.
I saw him on Fairmont Street an hour later, fucking looking great. I was like, did you not faint an hour ago?
Narcan works.
Oh, shit.
I know Zach Amico was very impressed with you last night, Jason.
Yeah, he's wanted to suck it for a while now.
Did you pull his string? He has a dick ring and there's a string on it.
Yeah, I think he had a
Pull
Bud
my
Light.
string, and he's got his scary makeup on. He's like, pull
had
my
a-
string, and you're like, what am I pulling? Does it come out?
He had a Bud Light hanging off it last night.
Oh boy, it's
But-
fun though. It's fun.
At least
Yeah.
it wasn't a butt heavy.
Yeah. It's the only thing low calorie about him.
But he did say that he found me attractive, and I said, you can suck my dick if you want. And he's like, really? And I was like, well, I got to ask Katie. And then I heard a bunch of voices in the crowd go, Katie! Thank God she was not around to answer the call. And I was like, hey, man, if she doesn't say yes, I can't put it in your mouth. That's kind of how it goes.
She pops out from inside your balls where she was hiding. She's like, it's okay. You're like, oh no, get back in there, bitch. Get back in there.
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of adorable how smitten he was with you.
Was he smitten with you or with the cock?
I was rooting for him.
He wants the whole package. He said I'm
Ooh.
handsome. He didn't talk about my penis.
Oh, he wants to kiss.
Yeah. Yeah, oh,
He wants to have his Zach Amico makeup all over your face.
that's tough for me.
I don't know if I
I'm
could
still
follow that.
a fresh gay, so making out with guys is like the hardest thing for me to do.
Are you doing this for your comedy career? You're like, now I do stand up. I gotta go gay.
No, I was gay before I decided to do stand-up.
Okay.
It just, I feel like out of all the material that I've used, people react to the gay stuff the best. Because they're like, you don't look like you would do that. And I'm like, I do.
I'll do anything.
I do it all.
That's the thing about performers. We'll do anything.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's getting better, but still, it's so fucking gay to make out with dudes, so it does get hard. But I always realize when you make out with girls, you look pretty fucking gay too. Because you do like the, and that's a gay face.
Sex is gay in general. It's all gay.
Right?
You want
I
to break that down?
Yeah, sex is gay. Somebody, scribe it. Who's my scribe? No, I got fingered by a girl once, and I was like, ugh, this is pretty gay. I do remember feeling like, this is a little gay for me.
You weren't into it.
It was too soft.
I thought girls liked a soft finger blast.
From a strong man.
right.
They show their sensitivity.
Oh, okay. Right.
They loosen the knuckle, you know?
Oh, yeah. See, I got
the
taught
rest.
recently to do this squirt thing from a lesbian friend of mine. And ever since I learned that, it's pretty hard not to just do that, because I find like when you do that, I can see the girls like, oh. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Wait till
you gotta do the evil witch.
It's more of a,
Heather!
it's got to be already hooked. And it's like you've just rubbed this inside wall thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a
there's
vagina.
until there's a tiny little spongy thing. They love that fucking thing.
There's something going on in there. That if you do it,
Yeah.
if you do that, they get pretty pumped, right, Annie?
Speaking of, yes, of course. Speaking of sponges, it's like you got to have a lot of things around to sop it up, too. Once you become a squirter, too, it's hard to not be a squirter anymore. It's like the levees break, you know? And then it's like, should I just bring like quarters for people's laundry? Like, what do you do?
The other day on my birthday, everybody was pissing on everybody. That was just like a goddamn pee fest. I was like, man,
I slept in piss that night.
you did.
Yeah, my side of the bed was just wet.
What world are we in where this is our brags? We are like, I got to sleep in the pee. But it all makes sense, right?
Have you been here the whole time?
I've been here the whole time. I got here like too late to hang out with anyone on Thursday, but
Okay.
yeah.
What is it like for Annie Lederman at Skankfest? Do you do your job and then cut back to the hotel? Do you stay at the Golden Nugget, or do you stay at an expensive hotel?
I have been here. Thank you for asking that, actually. Harrington.
Wait, Harrington has something to do
No,
with
I
your
want to.
weekend?
Well, whoever you would get the bigger hotel, Harrington through Harrington or someone.
So you're not at the Golden Nugget?
Oh, I'm at the Golden Nugget, baby, the best hotel in town. I'm so used to not telling people where I'm staying, so I'm like.
I kind of just realized that.
But not
That's
in Skankfest.
probably a good idea.
But not in Skankfest. Who cares? But no, I stay here until about 4 or 5, until Rebecca starts flashing a light and guys, it's over, and I'm like, okay, and then we go to the Golden Nugget usually.
So you're up late.
I've slept for about 2 hours this whole time.
You party.
I've been partying, yeah.
Do you drink or do
No
you
drink.
blow and shit? What do you do?
No, I do ketamine and like acid and mushrooms and stuff.
Right.
I do medicines.
Right.
I'm on a vision quest, really, guys. I will say this, though. I do feel like since I've done all these drugs, I do feel like on day 3 of Skankfest, I know more than I knew on day 1. You know, I can read your minds. But you're sober?
Kind of, not really.
Yeah, I
I just
know.
don't drink.
No, my spot.
Or
Yeah, that's what me too.
I don't do coke or any of that
Yeah,
shit.
coke's bad. I mean, if you do it, it actually ruins everything. Did you guys know that? It stops the night. Did you know that? It actually
Trans girl.
stops all the everything fun. People that do coke are crazy. But it's for drinking, right? People do coke so they can keep drinking.
Yeah, or the other way around. So I would do too much coke and then I would drink to wear the coke off. And then when I got too drunk, I would do more coke again. And then the whole time I had to smoke weed to fucking blend it all together.
Yeah. I don't smoke weed. Do you smoke weed?
Yeah, a lot.
I don't smoke weed. Weed doesn't work.
I do kratom too.
Kratom. Oh, kratom. Come on.
It takes the edge off. I'm a junkie at heart. You
Yes.
know?
No, kratom's the best sober junkie
Right. 'cause
drug of all time.
It's like you a little bit of an edge, but you can never go to the point where you're like, I'm gonna go streaking. Like it's never. I don't know
But
why
yet
I
he
said
still
that.
streaks. Yeah, the example you're using is the thing you do naturally as a
Yeah,
sober man.
I did that completely sober last night.
I mean, if you are, do you think you're gonna get better the day that you can just around a bunch of straight guys and their tiny dicks just get hard immediately? Is that the goal?
Yes, I would be really proud of having a fat erection around people that don't want it.
But they do. They're pulling out their tiny ding dings.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm at a party or at someone's house and I go, hey guys, you ever seen my fucking boner? Like that's not cool. But at Skankfest, you could totally stroke your
This
boner.
is the spot.
Yeah. There could be ladies who'd be like, ew, really? And then some guy would be like, would you fucking get it together? It's Skankfest. Let him jerk his dick off.
I feel like it's like the reverse Plinko chip. Like everyone's the chips and you're just one Plinko walking through the crowd, just knocking into everyone. But wait, okay, so what if people touch it? Is it no
Fuck yeah.
touch? You're fine.
Ah, fuck yeah, suck it.
This is crazy, you guys.
You only live
Honestly,
once.
why are you not rushing the stage? This is wild. The
It's an
opportunity-
admirable show of self-restraint by the crowd right now.
Everyone is duct taping themselves to the chair. They can't believe it. Literally,
Yeah.
check under your chairs. There's a roll of duct tape for each of you. We know it's hard.
So do you party at Skankfest or do you go somewhere cooler afterwards?
No, this is the place.
I love your fingernails.
Thank you.
Man, those are
They're
way
spooky.
out
Yeah,
You're
here.
the
those are
witch
some-
with these,
Those
huh?
are some good fingering nails.
No, I like these nails because they can make you squirt and I can give you your HPV results in 2 weeks. So it's a little pap smear. No, these nails are a nightmare. It's my worst hell. They're so pointy.
Yeah, I feel like that in my pussy would hurt.
No, it really does. Pulling a tampon out, I'm like, is this fucking period blood or new labial blood? Did I just stab myself? Is this
Wow.
new? Is this fresh?
That was fucking disgusting.
Oh my God. I can't get the tiny dick men to suck my dick. A girl brings up her period. That's gross. Oh my God.
I'm not disgusted at the period. I'm disgusted that you might have slashed your pussy and you don't know.
We'll
You would
see.
feel it, right?
Well, it's all the same, you know.
They seem.
It's poking and scratching. You can't unscratch yourself. There's no way.
Right.
I have dreams though since I got these nails that I'm like ripping them off, tearing them off. They're in my nightmare. But they
like
look
'em.
cool.
I
My
would
boyfriend has to like zip my jeans for me and stuff.
Yeah. Is it hard to use your phone because of that?
No, I learned.
Right.
You learn from the girls at Starbucks.
Yeah.
You have to use the pad. The pad. Oh, can I tell you the funniest thing? So I was flexing all my poor friends in New York. We were in line and I was like, I'll get your coffee. You know, because like there's kind of like a New York, LA thing where the New York guys are like, ooh, you LA comics, you're all sellouts or whatever. It's like, we're rich and you're poor. I don't know what to say. We're rich. Like, we're rich. We're having the best lives. I have a Tesla. All my purses are $4,000. I don't know what to say. Life is good. It's so fun. I have expensive everything. You know, we can all live in our car if we want, but so there's kind of that thing. So we're in line with these guys. I go, guys, I'll buy your coffee. I know you can't afford it. And you know, I pull out my American Express. I go, it's heavy. Have you ever felt one of these? And I buy their coffee, and the woman goes, what name do you want? I go, put Annie on it. Right, on all of their cups. And then it comes up and they go, Andy? Is Andy here? They put the wrong name on.
Now, speaking of drinks, did you travel with your bedazzled
I had
Wawa cup?
yes, I had it made.
People
This
need
is
to
a custom
recognize.
creation.
This is like you try to make it to the next level. Take notes. Because people that travel with a glittered coffee cup and have sunglasses where they didn't take the sticker off the fucking
No,
lens.
these are my merch.
Yeah, those have her name on them.
Wait, you have signature sunglasses?
Yeah, I just didn't. My boyfriend didn't bring my merch over. Should
There's
I fire
levels.
him?
Yeah, they used to be Josie and the Pussycat signature sunglasses. Now they're yours.
Oh my god, I just crossed them out. I bought other ones and upcharged them. No, they're all in my car, and I never brought all my merch over. But maybe I'll bring them over. I'll bring them. No, I'll bring them. You can buy them later.
It
You have
says-
2 hours left.
It says Annie
She's fucking
fucking
pumped.
Letterman on
Annie
the
fucking
side.
Lederman on the side.
That
Cool,
is
right?
brilliant.
No, I saw the J-Lo documentary, and she had a bedazzled Starbucks cup.
Did you know she didn't sing her songs?
Well, she did. What other shitty singer did she get to sing them?
There's like
Worst voice I've ever heard in my life.
from the block. You know, remember when she was
Yeah.
from the block?
Jenny on her back is what my dad and I used to sing instead.
Somebody sang that song,
Someone else did,
not her.
but it was not good the way she sang it.
Well,
Do you
apparently
agree? J-Lo's not. J-Lo's a weird thing, right? She's a beautiful ass. She seems great.
She's
Not a good singer, not a-
multi-hyphenate- yeah, right.
not
It's
a
the
great
same thing-
dancer.
They used to say the same thing about Madonna, and it was the same thing then. It was like, so
Yeah.
they got someone else who sort of can't sing.
But Madonna's hot as shit now. Have you seen her like squirting pictures and stuff?
wait, there's squirting
Madonna
pictures.
is not. She's spread eagle in every picture. It's so crazy. She's like 75. She's
I really
like,
want to fuck an old lady.
You should fuck Madonna.
There's one I would, but there's an old lady that hit me up on
How
Bumble.
old? She's like 32.
No, she's probably like the same age as me. I
It's different. We have to admit it. It's
I have a
different.
child brain, so you know my wife is 10 years younger than me because it kind of evens out.
Yeah, my boyfriend's 11 years younger than me.
Wait, you're the? Oh, okay.
I'm the guy, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm the man.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I mean, I'm not like all I want to do is fuck old ladies, but I haven't had sex with an old lady for a long time. The only time I ever had sex
For a
with an old
long
lady,
time.
I was young. I want to fuck an old lady that's like sensible and like her kids have jobs and they don't live at home. And
Yeah, she got grandkids.
Yeah.
She's just a grandmother killing some time.
those really ridiculously embarrassing photos of the whole family slightly looking to the left or whatever. Like I want to fuck her. You know, and her head like knocks the fucking coffee cup off the table or something. And
Are you going to
her-
pay for the medical bills? Because those hips don't pop back, you know? Once the hip goes, it's trouble.
I'll get Lewis to pay for it. I'll just say it happened at Skankfest.
Yeah, you'll rent her little Jazzy to drive around.
It's not a bad idea.
But I got this made.
It's very.
Swarovski crystals, $600.
You love the actual price. You drop that shit.
It's funny. Well, I used to always be like, "Oh, this was $1. I got it at good," you know. I'm like, no, this was $400. It's fun.
I did my.
We can all just make money, you know that, right? It's the
I'm-
internet. We can do whatever we want. He's walking around with his cock out, making millions.
I'm new at the comedy world, so I'm just starting to catch on. But little things like Tim Dillon said to me, he asked me to do a show with him, and I was there in the green room, and he shows up. And he goes, early. I'm like, well, yeah, man, it's only like one of the greatest days of my life. You asked me to do stand-up. He goes, are you from New York? I was like, no. He's like, did you live in New York? I was like, no. Why? He's like, because you're here. I'm like, I don't get it. I'm not following. He's like, if you're from LA, you don't show up. And then I guess a bunch of people that he booked didn't show up.
Oh, what a funny story. Because how about the week before when he booked me on a show, I showed up and he had canceled the show and didn't tell me. I was like, my cup is a little too expensive for this treatment.
That's so crazy because he went on a spiel about how New York comics are real and and
Oh,
LA
so
comics
bullshit.
are over it. He convinced me in 3 seconds. I was like, yeah, wow.
LA, New York, it's all kind of the same thing. It's not different.
You're saying there's no difference at all.
Well, the New York people talk a lot about LA, and in LA, we're like not thinking about New York. We're making money. Having a great time in the sun. It's awesome.
I know, the cold does suck. I mean, I guess it's cool. It's different. I'm older now, so I don't really care about being tough. But when I was a more insecure, younger lad, I wanted to be tough. I wanted people to think that I was tough. So if you're LA, I'd be like, oh, I'm not LA, I'm fucking... But now I'm like, yeah, man, I mean, I'm like a raging homo, so I guess
He's
I
West
am.
Hollywood now.
Yeah. I'm gonna start telling people how much my sunglasses are.
Well, these aren't that much, the $20.
Right, but you've got some that are expensive, correct?
Yes, I got a few, and sometimes I lose them, and I get another pair, and then I find them, and then I have two.
It's no big deal, though,
I
right?
lived in my car so many times, I feel like I'm allowed to brag. Where do you guys live up here? Are you guys all from different places? Arizona's? Pittsburgh? Wow.
Pittsburgh.
How fun is that? Pittsburgh's cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's in Pittsburgh? Just
Bridges.
name a couple of things.
Bridges.
Bridges and alcoholics? You're not fucking selling it for me, dude.
No, you'll be
I'm not a
surprised.
troll, I am an alcoholic, but I don't want to hang out at the bridge.
You know, you'll be surprised how much you like the bridges. It's so pretty. You're like, oh my God, these bridges. It's crazy. You don't think you're gonna like it. I swear to God, it's beautiful. It's
You
the
sound
Rust Belt.
crazy right
I
now.
know. Are you
Jason,
going on
you
the
must
road a
see
lot?
the
Are you
bridges.
going on the road a lot?
No.
It's
Do you want me
funny
to
to
go?
experience-
Just so you know, if you want me to come with you, I'll pay for myself.
That's so sad.
I'm a
but
cheap. I just trying to get
You can
experience.
come on the road with me sometime, of course. Absolutely, duh. But it's so fun. It's so fun. The road's so fun. But Pittsburgh's great. Love Arizona. You get to see where all these people live. It's so cool. And sometimes you go, why do you live here? But other times, I just feel like in Pittsburgh, it's like you guys are happy people. Because if you were suicidal, obviously you can't live in a place with that many bridges.
You would be dead.
So tempting.
What do you guys do in Pittsburgh?
I work in a state prison.
Oh
See, this guy's
shit!
life is the best. You
You work-
understand?
It's
State
not the-
prison. For those who can't hear, state prison.
Did you ever have the bag of pee and poo thrown at you?
No, I haven't.
But it does happen.
Did you ever get to sleep in it? Maybe one day.
Has anybody propositioned you?
No.
Do you have to be like on social media? You can't say your real name and stuff so they can't find you when they come out? Yeah.
Nobody's ever.
You're like, I dare you. I dare you to come kill my family. She's like, please stop putting our name up.
Have you ever had to bash an inmate?
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a hard, quick yes.
Have you ever had trouble getting hard in front of the inmates?
That was my next question. God damn it, Annie, you took it.
His job is to investigate.
What's that, wife?
His job is to investigate anything that happens to.
Beatings.
Oh my God, you have to investigate the stuff that happens in the prison?
So you
The
just
shankings and the fuckings, the rapings?
Yes.
The rape?
Wait, you're saying some people don't want to get butt fucked in there?
Do you prosecute them? Or like what happens? You go into more jail? Wow.
How many rapes do I have to do before I get put in a room by myself? Oh, that's
Really?
pretty easy. I
Are
can
you
do that in
set
one
up?
So
day.
you're telling me there's one get out of jail free card?
Is it raping the same person twice or is it different, multiple people?
Every pump counts as a rape.
Are you kind of like a counselor for them? Are they coming in like crying to you?
No, I investigate it.
How about this?
You come in with like a black light and you're like, sir,
blacklight their
spread your
anus?
cheeks. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I don't want you to lose your job, but couldn't we replace you with just cameras everywhere the rapes might happen?
Well, they're not in the cells.
And they
But I mean,
hide
just put a
around.
camera everywhere
They-
the prisoners go so that you don't have to investigate the rape
They're
because the guy
prison-
didn't get raped.
Prisoners need their
They're
privacy.
prisoners. They know where the fucking cameras are. They
Put
got
them,
caught
well,
once.
then put them there too. Put cameras everywhere until there's nowhere
Have
that
you-
could fit a rape.
Do you
I got
not
an
know how
idea.
much you can get away with around cameras? This guy doesn't know shit. Oh my God.
What about to stop rape, have a rape robot that just rapes everybody in the prison?
Ooh, a corpse. A corpse they all get to fuck. Oh, was that too far? Pull your dick out, Jason. Fix the show. Flop it on the table.
I hit Lewis with it. He was standing right in front of me and he didn't see me for the first fucking whatever it's called, Here's My Dick show. And he was just ignoring me right there. And I was going to say, hey, Lewis, but I'm completely naked. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy. So I slapped him like right on the hip with my dick. And he looked down like, ow, and looked at me and I was like, yeah, that was my penis.
Oh my. Oh my God, this guy, go investigate it. Go ask Lewis.
He was just hoping I pulled my dick out
We
again.
need Officer Rape on the case. Lewis went that way. After me tooing somebody at
I'm just so
Skankfest.
happy we're at the last Skankfest, you guys. It's so incredible. Isn't this just teetering? We're like, is this going to be able to keep going? One rape away.
Do you want to fight?
Fight? No,
Yeah.
not even a little bit. I like my face.
This is worth a shot.
But thank you. It's an honor.
What
be
is
honest.
the...
I'm a Quaker. I
why
can't-
do you paint abs on? What happened there, and why do you keep doing it? I'm not saying it's a
that's
bad
funny.
thing. I just
I
want
don't
to know.
know. It's funny. It's like, here's the thing. When you paint abs on, I had it for my podcast, Trash Tuesday. We were doing like a, hey, Sluggies. We were doing a bikini episode. And
Okay.
it's like, whenever I hear we're doing like a bikini episode, I'm like, this is when I should eat like so much pizza and stuff. So I just ate a lot and I was feeling like, oh fuck, I don't want to do a bikini episode. So then I was like, I'll draw my abs on to kind of distract. And then it actually looks so good. Even though it looks fake, it still looks good.
Sometimes it doesn't
still
look
works.
fake.
But it's like both good and bad, and it's funny. I don't know, it's funny.
Sometimes it looks real as fuck. Like the
Yeah.
first couple, I think like just started to follow you, wasn't up to speed, and I was like, how many fucking crunches does this bitch do?
Exactly, right?
Because holy shit, you're shredded.
And if I can get 1 out of 100 people to think that. Now, do you remember I did your podcast back in the day?
Nah.
I did it with Julian McCullen. I had a show on E.
Okay, they were on the Sirius show when we were in the middle studio in
Yeah.
the dentist office.
In the dentist
Sorry.
office?
Yeah, that building reminded me that you just have dentist office.
Yeah, it was
in
dentist office,
Yeah,
yeah.
you and Julian came by for the E show. That's right.
Yeah. I had a talk show for 4 episodes. Did you guys miss it?
Only 4? What happened?
They only gave us 4.
Oh.
It was
blame
like
Julian.
It was it's definitely Julian's fault somehow. But it was like after Chelsea Lately went off air, they gave everyone like 4 shows to try out.
All right.
And then they were like, let's just rerun the Kardashians.
Would you want to do TV shows, or is TV kind of lame for you guys?
I am up for anything, but I'm not like going like TV, please have me. It's just like
What would be...
I like a Dirty Jobs would be fun. With me.
You're the host.
Go back to Pittsburgh
Yeah.
with this guy.
Yeah,
Shoot a pilot.
exactly. It's just me hanging in Pittsburgh.
I saw a thing where inmates scare children that are bad kids, and this one guy was like, he pulls his pocket inside out, and he's like, you gotta hold on to my fucking pocket, drop your fucking pocket, when my fucking cock gets out, you suck that shit. He used the N-word a lot too.
Was he white?
No, he was a black guy. Do you see people holding on to the inside? You do.
What is that? Why?
You're his bitch.
Oh my God, I get my boyfriend to do that.
Your underage zipper bitch has got a new job.
Oh my God, zipper bitch. No, precious angel.
So if you see
Precious,
somebody
wonderful
walking
man.
down the street and the person next to them is holding the inside of their pocket, don't talk shit to that guy. He's gonna make you suck his dick.
And you mentioned that you're a Quaker.
I was brought up Quaker, yeah.
But
What's
you
a-
also mentioned that your dad liked making PG-13 rated jokes about J-Lo.
What's a Quaker?
Yeah.
Is that
So
an oatmeal?
was he not the Quaker side?
No,
All right.
my mom was Quaker.
Yeah, I don't, Jason, do
But
you even know what a
Quakers are
Quaker
crazy.
is?
They can
What's
be
a
crazy.
Quaker?
It's just like, it's a lot like this, the silence. You sit in silence. It's like a church where you go and you sit in silence, and then if you feel moved to speak, it's supposed to be like God speaking through you. But that's what was my first open mic. So it was like everyone's quiet. You stand up, you're like, have you ever seen a dick that's not getting hard in front of a bunch of tiny man dicks?
Did you really talk in
I
front of
talked
him?
every single time. Every single time I would
Did
stand up.
anybody get bummed out because you were being like funny? Is it a serious place?
Sometimes I'd be serious, sometimes I'd be funny, but my whole life I would do it. So it was just an opportunity to talk in front of a bunch of people.
When
looking at
did
me.
you retire
I also
from-
loved AA like that too. Have
Wait.
you ever bombed at an AA meeting?
You're an alcoholic?
I mean, I was. Now
no,
I'm,
you still are.
No,
you
I'm
just don't drink.
I'm a shaman now.
What? Wait, does that mean you just
I'm on a
do,
vision quest.
you just do mushrooms all the time?
I do, not all the time, but I do hallucinogens. I do ayahuasca, that type of stuff.
You've done
DMT.
ayahuasca?
Yeah.
Me too.
It's fun, right? Or I don't know.
There's
fun.
another word for it, but
Would you do it again?
yeah, but only because there's more work to be done,
Oh,
unfortunately.
it's crazy. It's like 30 years of therapy at once.
Yeah.
Did you pull your face off or anything?
Nah, I died,
Yeah.
and then death was like this big ship lady. It was like a lady,
Yeah,
but
yep.
she flew over the top of me, and then there was all these people screaming in little doors and stuff. They're all in hell. And that's when I realized that was death, and I was like, oh fuck.
And then you surrendered and it was fine?
I didn't think it was a big. I remember going, oh, that's not that big of a deal. It's kind of like a Danzig album cover.
Also, we should have asked consent. I feel like when you tell a story about your ayahuasca trip, you should ask consent. Is it okay for us to share a story that's totally weird and not relatable? Okay.
Yeah, I think I've told a lot of it on the radio.
I know, you get that guilt of like, oops, I've told this story quite a bit.
Whoops. Yeah, I liked it, but I also thought it was very tough, like scary, real sad. But I also felt like I tapped into something that
You're gay?
No, I was gay before that. Yeah, gay hasn't really depressed me that much. I know that I say gay a lot, and some people think that means I'm a full homo. I just feel weird about saying bi because it's obvious that I like women. I just feel like if I'm
last night it was obvious, but you couldn't get hard in front of those guys.
I just think it's a little more. It just gets to the point. Like obviously.
Who's your ideal guy though? Is it maybe you just?
I'm a man.
Who's your celebrity crush?
Yeah, who's your Liev Schreiber? That's mine.
Well, yeah, that's a good. Like, who would I want to fuck the most? That's famous.
Bobcat Goldthwait?
Throw out some more options. That's a good one.
Who do you think?
Why are you looking at me? It's your penis.
I know, but
But it's your penis too, and then you guys share it, and
It
that's
is,
what's so
Annie.
cute.
Yeah, that's true.
she's
That's
in
what we
charge
love.
of it. It only goes in things that have been approved by Katie.
I love that.
I guess I would fuck The Rock.
The Rock. Oh, you
Yeah.
like a big, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd fuck him, or he could fuck you.
Yeah, I'd be either way. It's good for me.
Oh.
He's a switch.
I am a switch. I'm a proper switch too. It's not that easy. I always wanted. Once I started getting butt fucked, I wanted to be the one in the middle, so I get butt fucked and then I fuck a
Yeah,
butt.
I always tell people I'm in the middle.
But you guys probably don't know this, but when you start getting butt fucked, it kind of switches your dick off a little bit. So there's kind of like a mind thing that I believe it's a skill. Like the first time I tried it, as soon as somebody started fucking me, my dick was like, meh. And I'm like, dude, you have to still go, be in the game. And it didn't do that well. So the next time I did it, I was like, you get fucking focused on keeping that erect while there's somebody pumping your butt.
Maybe a bigger dick so it goes all the way through and kind of goes into yours.
That sounds really painful. But
How
at
long
one point,
was the butt fucking Congo train? Like how many
The
humans
Congo
deep?
line, yeah.
I've only been a part of a I'm in the middle. I'm the filling of an Oreo, I guess.
The middle centipede?
But at one point they stayed still, and I fucked myself and fucked him. And I was really proud. Like when I got home, I told Katie, I was like, you should have seen me. I was like, look, that dick, in that ass. I was just handling it. I was kicking ass, man.
Do you ever
Fucking
just
ass.
watch these things? You just sit there and go,
I've tried. Once I dressed up like a man. I put all his clothes on and this leather dog mask. And I just sat in this chair and all these different homos came over. And I was just sitting there like trying not to move. I had gloves on to cover my little hands.
Every now and then I had to say, hey, don't touch the gimp.
Yeah, some dicks started
He's
coming
just here to
in.
watch. Because every now and then I'd look over and they're like, hey. And I'm like, hey.
I was like, oh.
not for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, you're going to get a really terrible surprise if you dig too deep on that
A
gimp.
nasty tuna pussy. Ew.
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 It was cool, though.
I am like a garlic to vampires with the gays.
It is,
You know.
it is hard. For some weird reason, vaginas are very similar to garlic and vampires. Every now and then there's a guy out there that likes it, but it's a 1% kind of thing.
They're like, usually they tried it in high school. They're like, It's like
Right.
Coke for me.
I think it's weirder because I know that I have lesbian friends that are fine with penises, especially like if there's a penis in the room, that ain't stopping them. But I've had gay guys where they're just like, it's over. There's a vagina in the vicinity and it is over. I'm like, really? Man, you're gay.
Here, Does it have anything to do with the fact that like a well-maintained penis doesn't have any odor at all? Because the sex openings each have their distinct.
I'm so sorry. You think your penis doesn't have an odor? I'm so sorry. 10 seconds out of the shower, that shit is musky as hell. Are you kidding me? Your balls, the way your balls and your dicks are set is like the most fucking... Am I right, bitches? Are you fucking kidding me? We're just nicer than you. We don't tell you. Your dicks smell like
True.
shit.
It's true.
Immediately.
And mine smell like wet paint and gummy bears.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Zach Amico, come suck his dick. You can chew it like gummy bears.
My dick tastes like M&Ms when I put all those M&Ms in my foreskin.
Is that how big it is that you can suck your own dick? Have you been? Have you done? Have you partaked?
No.
The one-man human centipede, I call it?
No, I think one time for the show we got on the back of our necks and tried to put our dicks in our mouths, but
All of you did?
it didn't. Yeah,
That's awesome.
right?
I don't think I tried it.
Oh,
I put hard hours into that a long time ago. If I couldn't do it when I was 15, I for damn
Right.
sure can't do it
Well,
I
now.
love that. I love that. Like, if I have sons, like, I'm gonna know in the room.
Oh,
They're not. The crunchy socks are not the thing. It's like they're literally trying to suck their dicks from a bridge pose.
I wonder if I could stretch my foreskin to my lips. I should try that.
I believe in you.
Do it. Look at all these straight guys that want to see this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh,
I guess
no.
we're getting the anus.
You guys clear the way.
I can't wait to see your
It's a good thing this isn't being videotaped, right?
It's just for Skankfest.
Is it in?
Is that why you were stretching this morning?
Do you want me to grab your heels and push them down? I can get you some better leverage.
Smile, Jason.
Don't give up. Oh, we're tipping over.
We
Yes.
will wobble him. I was never gay
Get
until
Zach to
now.
come sit on his ass.
That was a valiant effort.
Good effort.
Did you get it?
You can do that when you open for me in Pittsburgh.
That close? That close?
We need to
That's
start doing
within
yoga
within
again.
tongue darting range, by the way.
God, why didn't you stick your tongue in there?
What? I
could've-
tried to tongue it, yeah, because
Oh,
it
it
was a
didn't
little
work.
too far away, and I was like,
Don't you wish the acoustics were better in the room so it felt more worth it to be down there?
No.
You know? No, you like it when it's just a...
I like
when the
the
laughs go up to the ceiling.
the creepy silence. This guy's trying to suck his own dick.
Again? That's happening in like 4 of the rooms at Skankfest.
I'm like the 7th person to try it this
Oh my God,
weekend.
this guy's a hack.
Yeah.
He is from LA, huh?
I got fancy Nikes on. I'm trying to suck myself off. LA comics, baby.
I feel like if you were successful, every dude in the room would have gone home and tried it tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I feel like I let the whole room down now.
Do you think someone has a bigger dick in here than you?
Nah.
That's a fun experience to have. Walk into a room knowing you have the biggest dick in the room every time you walk into a room.
I've never thought of that until right now. I don't think it's that big. I feel like there's somebody that probably at least same or.
Anybody think?
How big are you hard?
8.
Oh my God.
I'm short, but I got 7.
7's above average. You got 8?
Is this thicker?
Time to sword fight.
I what?
Okay, guys, I'm out.
It's
I'm
still
out.
on-
This is like an AA meeting for dicks.
I love it. Their dicks stand up, your dick gets a boner, goes, hi, I'm 8 inches, I'm here to... I have a problem. All right, so those aren't that big. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get Pete Davidson up in this bitch.
Does he have a big dick?
Yeah, why do you think he's got these girls?
Oh, yeah, because I never
He's got
really
a huge
understood
hog.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good for him.
I know through the grapevine.
You never saw it?
No, but
Would you bone him if you
No,
weren't
no.
dating someone?
no.
Do you find him attractive in any way? Do
I
you
liked
see
him when he
why
was like
people?
a 14-year-old doing comedy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I used to joke on him because he was, he was like a little kid doing comedy.
He was like seriously.
He was like, I met him when he was like 15 or 16 doing jokes at the, I can't even remember the name of the clubs in New
in
York.
New York, right?
I have too much money, I can't remember.
Is it weird to think that when you met him, you already had like an 11-inch dong?
Yeah, it's crazy. That was the 11 and the 9/11 his dad died in. I'm proud of him. Look at him. It's crazy. Look at Pete on a boat with Kim Kardashian and shit. What the hell?
Who's got weed? Like real weed? Yeah, can I have some after the show or right now?
Wait, but so you quit drinking, started going to AA, and then when did you start doing weed and stuff? How long? Did you never
3
stop?
years.
3 years, yeah.
And then I started smoking weed, and then because I started smoking weed, my sponsor didn't want to be a part of it
Yeah,
anymore.
they don't like it. And now
Thank you.
And now our sponsors are Manscaped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that kind of put me off, especially considering when I started going to meetings, my sponsor was like, here, have some of the gum, the tobacco gum.
Yeah, Nicorette.
And I started chewing it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pass out and vomit at the same time. And I put it in an ashtray, and then he's like, you can't smoke weed. I'm like, but you guys can smoke 1,000 cigarettes a day? If I smoke a cigarette, I react to it way more than I do weed.
Oh, this sounds like somebody's trying to rationalize their addiction. I think you need to go back to meetings, Jason.
I can't.
I think you should try putting your foreskin in your mouth at a meeting and see what happens. I used to go to AA, and you have to pick your higher power. Do you guys know about this? I think I'm not supposed to tell people.
I don't
to
like
pick it.
that either.
No, I don't
'Cause
want to
there
pick a
is
higher power.
There isn't one.
Whatever. These guys
Yeah.
accept the ladyship that came to you in your ayahuasca. But so I picked Shaquille O'Neal from Kazam, like in the genie outfit, and everyone was like, "You're gonna relapse," and I was like, "What? You're not fun, okay? You're not gonna relapse, okay?"
Yeah, they all have analogies on how to help you be sober. Like your addiction is like a jacked guy that's constantly lifting weights, and he's ready for you to feel bad, and then he's gonna help you do drinking again.
You're like, I'm trying to get in between two of those guys.
That does sound cool. I like twinks lately. I think maybe because I'm getting older, and maybe there's something about like less. I don't like hairy people, and gay people love hairy people.
Yeah, well, they have their types.
Yeah, I guess, but
The
I just
bears?
noticed that I grew my hair out on my chest and legs, and gay dudes are just so much more pumped about
Are
it.
you gonna go like shave your beard and come back, dude? Sorry, man.
How does that beard feel on your vagina? Nice.
Do you ever grow it out and then you guys are like, where does my bush end and his beard begin?
You laser.
Good girl.
So if it comes back into fashion, you will have no choice but to stay bald.
Or get a merkin.
It
Nobody-
comes back patchy though. It comes back. You get a little chemo kind of looking thing going.
Yeah, nobody sincerely does a merkin, right?
Not in several centuries.
Right. Okay.
Oh, really? It was like a
So-
Shakespearean.
Supposedly, the story was that prostitutes way back in the day used to have like
That's right.
constant pubic lice, so they would shave off the real pubes, so they couldn't get pubic
Crabs,
lice.
college.
That's when
And then they
Jack the
would
Ripper
cover
was
it
out there.
because people were so repulsed by the shave thing that they would then put a toupee.
That's so funny. They were repulsed by it, and everyone's like, look younger and younger and younger.
Didn't Whitney Cummings do that, and now she regrets it? Did I
Laser
hear
her
that?
pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I think it doesn't really matter. I feel like a bald pussy is still
I've
really
seen
cool.
the inside of Whitney's asshole. and
You've seen her vagina?
so many times. I've seen everything about Whitney.
So hot.
Whitney, the first time I went to her house, she just pulled her asshole out. I was like, oh, hello. I love her.
Man, I wish I was you.
It's very easy. Just go to her house. It's not hard.
Wish
Probably
I
on the
could-
internet. Do you follow her on Instagram?
Wish I could wear an Annie Lederman body and be like, hey,
Oh my
Whitney,
God.
let's show each other our vaginas right now, right?
Instead of a robot like Whitney has, I just make like a zippable Annie Letterman suit you can wear.
I would see so much puss that day.
No, Whitney's great. She got nice big fake titties. Everything's great.
She's very funny too.
Love my Whitney.
But she's got a nice rack. Yeah.
She's beautiful.
I like her. All right, I've gone too far on that one.
Annie, is it true that you professionally cavorted with dolphins at one point?
Yeah, I did. You did. Someone read
Wait, you had sex with a
Someone
dolphin?
read my Wikipedia page.
Just in case.
My Wikipedia page is weird though, right?
Yeah, it's fucking. It's got
happens.
twists and turns. Yeah.
No,
it's a
it's
roller
dark.
coaster
Yeah,
ride.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, and then she was in court.
How much of that?
Pauly!
Holy shit. What's up, Pauly Shore?
Pauly, crushing some puss at Skankfest or what?
No, I just saw you guys. I wanted to come and say hi. That's it. I'm passing through. I was going to the other room.
To find some puss?
Yeah. No, I'm just going to the other room. I just wanted to say.
Come on, weasel your way in. Do it. Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore, everybody.
I wasn't going to the other room. I was just stopping by to say hi. What's up?
You want to stay?
Wait, do you have another microphone?
You want to stay?
I don't know. I'm just saying hi. What's up? What are you guys doing?
Pauly, where you been?
We're doing a podcast.
Oh, what? Whose podcast is
Mine.
it? Okay, cool. I've been on it, right?
Nah.
Not yet.
Oh, you have? Yeah.
On Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, but it was
Oh,
Zoom,
Zoom
right?
doesn't count. Boo. Come sit with me, Pauly. I love Pauly Shore.
These things, they have these drinks here called Liquid Death.
Yes.
It looks like it's going to get you fucked up, but it's just club soda.
It's gonna help you from.
Which is
You
great.
just learned.
It's club soda. I love it. So let's go. Let's start the interview.
Pauly.
What?
Pauly, did you just get to Skankfest?
I have not. I've been here for 3 days.
Where the fuck have you been? I haven't seen you once.
I've been at the fat place downstairs, the 350-pound burger place.
Oh my God, you got a free one? I was 349 pounds. I didn't get it.
No, I live 3 blocks from here.
Oh, I forgot you live
Yeah, I
here.
live here, yeah.
Can I come to your house?
Of course.
Wait,
I've
can I
seen
go
all
too?
his houses.
Of course. Yeah, you guys can all come to my fucking house.
Have you ever seen me try to suck my own dick?
He did. You missed him literally
I
trying
saw
to.
some shit. I didn't want to watch the whole thing, but I saw some stuff that was going on down there. You have tattoos on your ass.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Awesome.
Katie, my
That's
wife
some real shit.
tattooed a love heart around my butthole
Wow.
with a stick and poke.
Wow.
And the bit where God sews you up?
Yeah.
That,
The seam?
yeah. I don't know why. Did you know why we have a seam? Because we were, check it out. Don't say it, because I want to pretend that I just taught you something. We were women. I had a vagina, and then as I was in my mum's box, it sealed up. God sealed it up and made my clit huge. But in actual fact, all men that have that little seam, that's our pussies, yo.
No,
That's
you're
the
talking about
slit?
the taint.
Yeah, but the
The area inside
And the balls? You're talking about
between
the
the
seam?
asshole and the balls.
yeah, that's a
called the
vagina.
taint. No, it's the taint.
Nah, but it was originally known as a pussy. Like Prince.
Wow, this circle time is getting wild, guys. Our guest
You know,
teacher,
why don't you-
Pauly Shore.
Why don't you tell them where we first met at the airport in Burbank, right?
I think that
That
this,
was
I mean,
the
I've,
first
obviously
time, right?
these people listen to the show, so they have heard that. But yeah, coming back
That
from
was cool,
Vegas
yeah.
and being waiting for my car, and then obviously I see Pauly Shore, and I'm like, oh shit, crazy, Pauly Shore. Mind your own business, Jason. And then he comes over to me and goes, you look like you need a hug.
Oh my God.
And then he
you
gave
did.
me-
He's like, you did.
And he gave me a hug, and I felt way better. And then I got in my car and I drove off, and I was like, does Pauly Shore just travel the world cheering people up? And then you came on my show and you didn't seem that interested in talking to me, and I was like, you have good days and you have bad days.
Can I just say something? You need to get your dick confidence into your head.
Yeah.
Because
No,
if you
the
walk
thing
into me with
is-
the biggest dick, you just
No,
have
the
the
thing
biggest dick.
is, in all seriousness, you're new to the comedy game.
Yeah.
So that's why it's, you can't just let people in.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? He hasn't been through it. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So I
gotta
know he's got
haze
1
him.
million followers and he's famous and all that shit, and that's cool. But as far as stand-up, this is new to you. I see you post, I'm performing at the Improv, I'm doing in your headlining, but it's hard, right?
Yep.
Isn't it hard?
Yep.
To do an hour?
I like it because it's
But it's
very
hard. You
Fuck
haven't
yeah.
been doing it that long.
It's
How
terrifying.
long have you been doing stand-up?
Like a year and a half?
Yeah, that's not a long time.
No, I know.
Yeah,
and I'm not trying to I'm just happy to
So,
be here. I'm
yeah.
so stoked that any of you
Yeah.
even give me the
No,
time of day.
no,
I
but
don't
that-
expect anything from anybody.
Yeah.
I know that
no,
I'm
but
getting
the fact that you care and you want to learn is
Yeah.
awesome. That's what it's about. You
Right.
can do stand up at any fucking age. And I tell people about Dean Del Rey. Dean Del Rey?
Yeah,
Dean Del Rey.
started at 97 years old. You wouldn't believe it. He's doing great.
No, he's,
About to turn 100, doing great.
No, he started comedy at like 46. But he fucking kills now.
Yeah.
But my point
How old is he? When did he start
he
to
started
kill?
at 46. He's like early mid.
He was fast because he started. Like,
I don't know. He'd been in music for his whole life, and then he decided to do stand up. And I used to give him a lot of shit because he's starting, late
Yeah.
and blah blah blah. But he kills it now. So the point that I'm trying to make with you, as long as you care and you want to do it, it'll pay off at the right time.
Deeply.
Yeah. So it just takes time.
My worst
Yeah.
set, when I drove home and I was bashing myself in the car and I was like running it all back in my head. I was like, I can't believe you did that. And then the next day, I was dark all day. And then by the afternoon, I went, oh, you're in love with it. Because usually, I know this feeling. I've had it with skateboarding. I've had it with fighting, where I get to the point where I'm fucking so fucking crazy frustrated. How do I fucking figure that out? This guy just walks up and he fucking did all that shit. How the fuck did he do that? Why are you so fucking bad? You gotta figure it out. You gotta understand. And I'm like, you're fucked. You're in. And you don't go to hospital when you suck.
That's
So I
true.
feel like I have a lot of potential. 'cause
Well,
I'm-
some people do, but it's more of a wristy, bandagey hospital.
But also, like for instance, Kirk Fox. Kirk Fox is a very, very close friend of mine. He started doing stand up way late.
Really?
Yeah, way late, and then he got really good too. So
Yeah.
you can, you'll get get good. Right now, you suck. No,
I started really late for a girl.
But you were
at 25.
You were. Do you know her story? Her story's pretty interesting. You got discovered by David Spade in Arizona, right? Is
No.
That didn't you say that?
Should have just
At
said yes.
Hooters.
It
You worked
sounded
at
cool.
Hooters or some shit. You said you worked at Hooters, right?
Are we playing improv games?
Where did you get
Are we doing
discovered?
bits? Discovered? I was in New York, busted my ass. I did 5 open mics a night.
So you never did.
And then, is that why you passed me at the Comedy Store? You thought David Spade? You got me confused with someone else?
Keep telling your story.
Okay,
Didn't
my
you-
story is, I moved to New York when I was 25.
But you were in Arizona.
Quit
though.
drinking. I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
That's where it was.
But I
yes.
didn't do comedy there. I quit drinking. I moved to New York.
You were
to do
an extra in
comedy.
an Adam Sandler movie.
I was in. Wait, okay, this is funny. I
Now
was
it's starting.
a go-go dancer in Santa Fe, New Mexico. A drunk go-go dancer.
So hot.
At 21.
At Adam Sandler's
And
movie.
Adam
is hot.
Sandler was doing a music video about shaving your bush and making your dick look bigger. And I was a go-go dancer in the background, like I'm in it for a second randomly. Nobody discovered me. I was very hidden in the back. I just happened to know all these people. But Adam Sandler's chef said to me, get out of this town. Why are you in Santa Fe?
Yeah,
You're
so-
supposed to be with us. And then I was like, maybe I'll move to LA, but I drank so much that I was like, I'll die if I have to drive. So I moved to New York. And then I started doing open mics, and I quit drinking after starting open mics.
Yeah, but when I say you were discovered at a Hooters and then you say it was go-go, it's pretty fucking close.
That is, I do
I
see
agree.
it,
Pretty
David
close.
Spade.
So don't say I
and-
fucking think it was someone else. You
but,
told
but
me a
it did
story.
sound, yeah,
Chinese,
and you weren't
you told me a
listening.
story.
You weren't listening.
I know, but I was in the same
Hey,
area.
please don't hit
You were
Pauly
in a
Shore.
weird
Please.
area.
Go-go dancers and Hooters
but
is
wait,
similar.
but then I went to I moved to LA, and I had opened for Mark Maron. I'd been doing comedy in New York for like 4 years or whatever, and I was fucking good. I worked really hard, harder than him, and everything. Quit drinking, no friends, comedy. Go to New York or go to LA. I don't know that the Comedy Store is like a thing you have to get passed out or that it's a big deal or anything. Like I really just kind of rolled in, like thank God, because I would have been nervous. And I go, Mark goes, oh, I'm gonna get you on the open mic.
Right. And
then
that's
I-
how it happened.
Yeah.
Cool.
But didn't you
Awesome.
do it? Didn't you pass me?
I think I passed you, yes.
Do you regret it?
No, you're awesome.
Yes.
No, you're awesome.
No, and
She's
I was
doing
so
good.
But then you wouldn't. I remember the first time I introduced, I was like, "Hi," because I was very starstruck by you. Still am this much, but
I
you know,
understand.
I've been in your house.
I'm like an anomaly. Yeah.
No, you're the best. But you were like, I got off stage. I was like, "Hey, and you're like, but were you doing the thing like you were doing with him?"
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
I got in though.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
How long were you the person in charge of passing people?
He wasn't really, right?
Yeah, I was. I mean, I was.
But you were
helping.
always the top thing, but there was...
I was always, I grew up there since I was 4, and I love comedians more than anything, like my mom. And, I love to help them. So
Yeah.
when I see someone that I think has something, I bring it right to the people that are in charge.
Did
And
that ever-
Mostly they listen to me, yeah.
Did that ever get frustrating with people trying to brown nose you for, like, was it?
I'm good at dodging people.
But he gets brown nosed for so many
Yeah.
things.
I dodge. I like, you know what I mean? I mean, you got to figure it out. It's like, like me, if I want to produce a movie, I want to do, it's not easy. It's not an easy fuck. You got to figure it out. So when one door closes, another door opens. But at the end of the day, if you love it and it's a lifestyle and it's not a hobby, and you're funny, and then God upstairs lines it up, hopefully, shit will work out for you. At the end of the day, you want to be able to just sell tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
I think at the end of the day, you want to be able to sell tickets so you don't have to get a job or anything like that. So.
What if this was the advice you were giving him to be able to suck his own dick?
Well, Ron Jeremy used to do that.
He doesn't do it anymore?
No.
I don't think anybody
That's
wants to
sad.
see that.
How did they give you the light and shit on your own podcast? What the fuck?
Wait, did I just get given the light?
Yeah, that's not
Or
cool.
is
Oh my
that a
God,
photo?
I'm scared.
What time is it?
The light, yeah.
Oh, it
They're
was
probably
a
just
light.
telling you when you were.
But congratulations on jumping into stand up.
Thank
last
you,
time I saw
Pauly
you,
Shore.
were really,
Holy shit.
last time you weren't
What a
really
weird
doing
day.
it. You just started it, yeah.
Yeah. I just
It's cool.
can't stop thinking about it. And every time I could tell because you guys, like I was just saying when the show started, when Annie says hello to me at the Comedy Store, I feel like I'm hot shit for like half an hour after it. Because I feel like a 12-year-old to you guys. Like I'm like, oh, hey, what do you do? Then what do you do? Where are you going to go now? Is that what you all eat? If I eat that, will I be funnier?
We go to Pittsburgh, bitch. You gotta go to Pittsburgh.
I am not going to Pittsburgh. I do kind of want to go. I want to see those guys.
No, isn't it so fun to tour and go see all the places? It's
Yeah,
the
you
best.
just worked with Jet
Oh,
Ski.
jet ski
yeah, you guys had a good time.
is
yeah.
the best. So
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it's we're all very lucky to be doing this,
Yep.
and again, if you can make a name for yourself and you can break through the noise and connect with people and have people come. I just did shows with Mike Binder in Omaha and where was it? Des Moines, Iowa, and he was just so stoked to be there.
To be back, yeah.
Because Mike Binder, I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's he's started at the Comedy Store when he was 17 years old, and he was one of the youngest comedians there, and he was a great comic from like 19 to 30, and then he said fuck comedy and he started directing, and he directed the Kevin Costner movies and just tons of directing stuff, and Mind of the Married Man on HBO, and then he did the Comedy Store documentary, which really kind of
Episode 4 is the cutest.
Yeah.
Watch that one. It's so cute, that one.
He did that, and he killed that, and then he said, fuck it recently. He goes, I'm just going to start doing stand-up. So he's starting to do stand-up again, too. So
How long of a gap was it between...
Dude, he's fucking in his...
He's
He's
old as shit.
64. He's 65.
He did stand-up when he was 17, then
He
stopped.
stopped. No, he stopped at 30, and he just picked it up again in his 60s.
Right.
But it is interesting to see that sort of he's used to being a director and in charge, and then now he's to be like, can I open for you?
Yeah, and he wanted to sell my merch. I'm like, yo, bro, that's
Oh
for
my God,
Jet Ski.
that's so
Jet
funny.
Ski can sell the merch.
I mean, I can kind of relate to that a little bit. I feel like I was hot shit skateboarder, I was hot shit radio host, and now I'm a steaming pile of shit comedian. And everybody, every now and then, I can tell someone's like, "Oh, you're here to," but I'm like, I'm not here for a free one. I just want to be good at it.
Well,
I
it
don't
is
care
weird.
about
It's hard
the
when
rest
you,
of it.
It's a hard thing when people already know you too, because they are gonna give you love and stuff. And it's because I feel like with most comics, it's when you start and no one knows you, you get it's working on 7 minutes, right? It's getting that 7 minutes. But if you have a whole hour, it's a lot.
I mean, to bring it back to my mom, the way that she used to do it, which was back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, she would help develop a particular comedian, and that comedian would get, like she said, about 6 or 7 minutes. And those 6 or 7 minutes really kind of explained who the comic was. So when the comic got off stage, not only did people laugh, people were like, fuck, I know exactly who that person is, just in 6 or 7 minutes. And then what would happen is that person would get the Tonight Show. And then what would happen after that, the networks would see that person on the Tonight Show. And if that person killed, then the networks would develop a sitcom. Ray Romano, Roseanne Barr, all these different comedians. And Seinfeld, that was kind of like the way it was. So for anyone starting off, I always tell them to develop the 6 or 7, 10 minutes. So when you get off stage, they're like, oh, he was funny, but I know who he was.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing, because at the end of the day, funny's funny, but getting to know someone, I think, is important. But not every person does that style. Some people are like Stephen Wright or Mitch Hedberg, or guys that just kind of do observational weird shit. Yeah. But that's not my style. I like to know who someone is.
But like.
So for you, try to come up with a good 6 to 10 minutes. At the store or at the Laugh Factory or the Improv, and just say, yo, I just want to do 6 minutes. And that's it. And then just have them watch you and go, fuck, that was funny, but I really know who that person is.
And if that doesn't work, suck your own dick.
Yeah. But also, like, maybe just try to find, like, rooms that don't know you, too, so because they already know you, already have a rapport with people because they know who you are, so you want to try to be able to kill in front of, like, people in Omaha, too.
Yes, but you can also obviously acknowledge that. That people know who you are, and what the goodness, the good and the bad, Yeah. And that's, I do that too, for me. Because when I come on stage, people know who I am, and I have to, like, kind of break that mold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have to.
Yeah, he's Louise.
It's like, I think Spade said it. He says, you work really hard your whole career to come up with your own thing, and then you work really hard for your career to get away from that thing. And it's kind of fucked up. It's like a weird thing. And some people get through it, and some people don't.
I feel like that's the same with anything if you want to get good at it. Some people get to the point where they're like, it's too much. And then the people that rise are the people that are like, you're never going to break me. It doesn't matter what happens, how bad it gets. I'm always going to be here trying to do it.
Well, it's fun. The bad part's fun, too. Like, I think back on, like, when I was doing open mics, like, in New York and shit. It was fun. I was, like, crying blood at the end of the week. I was just, like, bombing over and over and over again. It's fun.
It kind of makes you feel...
Honestly, it's, like, the best times of my life. I think back on it was, like, to be so dedicated to something and just keep going and going.
Yeah.
And going. And then you figure it out and you get to that next level and it's so fun.
Yeah, everyone has a story. Everyone has a story. And but at the end of the day, it's about what's inside. And you're like, like the stand-up gets you out of bed. You have to find something. And you guys, too, we obviously don't know any of you guys. We don't know what you want to do in your lives. But I think the most important thing is to find something that gets you out of bed.
When you think about those guys getting raped in the morning, you get up and you go, I am going to solve this crime.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like I like the lonely bit of it. I like that before you go up, there's a period where people, depends on who you are, but nobody talks to you and you're just like trying to go through it in your head. So if somebody does talk to you, you're sort of like, sounds good. It's in your head the whole time. Preparing. Then you do it. If it's good or it's bad, it's immediately lonely again. Like as soon as you leave, you're back in the car and you're like, I'm not sure. Was that good? Was that bad? Fuck. Shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should say this differently.
But Pauly, do you feel like, okay, for me, I feel like I had a shift where when I was trying to figure out how to do it, I was like more like it was about me, like trying to just figure out how to get good. But then now it's like I really am just like here to entertain. Like I'm like, how do I make people like laugh the most and have the most fun?
I think for me, and I could just speak for myself. I'm never gonna stop trying to figure it out.
Right.
I mean, it's never. I think even George Burns, like everyone's still trying to figure it out.
George Burns is still trying to figure it out.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's not that easy. The one note that I give to every comedian is to listen to the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say that it's very important. I learned that from Sam Kinison, and I learned that from Richard Pryor.
Wow.
Because when they would go on stage, you never know what they were going to say first. The audience dictates where the set's gonna go. You don't dictate where the set's gonna go. Every time you go on stage, the audience has to tell you where to go. I use the analogy of a surfer dropping into a wave. I've said this many times. When a surfer drops into a wave, the wave takes the surfer where it's going to go. The surfer, it's the same thing with the audience.
You have to adapt.
So the audience, acting is listening. The best part of the best actors are the ones that listen, meaning listen to the other actors, reacting off of the other actors.
Right.
So you need to react off of the audience.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like this audience right here is just staring at us. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to that.
Yeah, but you know, does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, and you never really go up with what you're gonna say first, unless you're like Jay Leno or Jimmy Kimmel or all these guys have 20 writers.
Right.
And they're like, yo, you gotta go boom, 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 boom.
Right,
But
I
when
get
you're
it.
trying to come up with, and plus if you guys have bits that you've been doing for a while, they can always get better based off of an improv or a thing, or you know what I mean? But listening is the most important thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think that my show was going to involve Pauly Shore and Annie Lederman giving me fucking comedy tips.
But you know
Sorry
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
guys don't
You
like this, but
understand, yeah.
I'm very happy about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listening
Yeah.
dictates where you go, yeah.
And just doing it over and over again, right?
Just doing it
Because
over and
that's
over
what you
again.
guys do is just
Yeah,
up
do
every
it
night.
over and over.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's the hardest part is you're nobody and you're trying to convince people to let you.
Stage time?
Yeah.
You'll get it.
Yeah, I know.
get it.
I'm in for the long haul. I don't expect that much. I've already been good at things, and I've been good at things, and I got wrapped up in it and was doing it for the wrong reasons. Not 100%, but you know, pleasing people, doing tricks that somebody likes, or representing a certain company that I know the public thinks is really cool. Like in comedy, this is my third time trying to master something. And I know from looking back at skateboarding, the money or recognition, it doesn't mean shit to me anymore. The best thing about skateboarding for me was at one point, I fucking owned that thing. It was attached to me, and I could make it do anything I wanted. And that I will never lose that. I can remember it, and it's the greatest thing that skateboarding ever gave me. So for comedy, if you recognize me, or you think it's cool, or I get money, or somebody thinks it's awesome, it's cool, but I want to be like you guys where I go up and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking destroy this room because I have all the abilities. If like you're saying, the crowd's this or they're that, I adapt to it.
Yeah, you have to shift around.
Right.
Yeah. And the thing another thing is to bring up two other guys, Tom Green and Steve-O.
Yeah.
So let's bring up Tom Green and Steve-O. Tom Green
They're
was
coming
never a
here. We're bringing them up. Oh, no.
No, but
wouldn't surprise
Tom Green was never really a comedian.
Right.
He was a sketch guy.
Yeah.
That decided to do stand-up, 10 years ago?
Yeah, it was way after.
And I'm not saying he wasn't good when he first started, but he wasn't good when he first started. He was trying to figure it out. Same thing with Steve-O. Because I remember Steve-O would come to the store, and he was just trying to figure it out and blah, 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 and doing all that.
Stapling his nuts to his leg.
And now he's like doing well, and I hear great stuff. And Jeremy Piven is another guy.
Yeah.
Jeremy Piven is another guy that, didn't do stand-up at all. And he started late, and now I heard from Mike Binder that he's doing really well. And I'm like,
What's your opinion of the people like me and these other guys that were doing something else and then they jump in late? Because I feel like some comics kind of don't appreciate that. Is that true or no?
I wouldn't care what other
Yeah, who
people
cares?
think. Yeah,
Who
fuck
cares?
other people.
Yeah.
Everyone that thinks anything about you is just doing that because if they think something about themselves, you know. Has
I
nothing
think
to do
as
with
long
you.
as it's authentic.
You gotta do more acid, dude.
I think as long as it's authentic to you and it's coming from an authentic place and you're not just saying you want to do stand-up.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, so then, that's all that matters.
This is what I am.
Yeah.
I
And
can't.
who's this, your wife?
That's my wife.
Yeah,
Katie,
so-
that's Pauly Shore.
Hi, Pauly Shore.
Crazy, right?
So what do you think about him just wanting to do all this shit? How do you get any attention from him? Because this is a very, this is part of the reason why I'm not in a relationship is because I'm so into what we do, 100 zillion%. You have a great boyfriend that loves you and supports you. You found someone that supports
I found
you.
a miracle.
That's what
in the
I'm
basement of the fucking Comedy Store. I plucked him out of your basement.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes, no, but it's art,
So
yeah.
it's a tough thing. So if you're dating an artist, you got to let them be, because a lot of people want attention. So for you, how is it? Because he's so with all his shit. So how do you deal with that when he doesn't give you attention, or you just support it? What do you?
It can be a struggle for sure, but I'm
Your
also a
relationship.
person that likes my space too. So when I want it, I will just ask for it. I'll say like, we should go to dinner, or like, pay attention to me. However, I have to say.
He's like, you gotta listen to these bits, bitch. I'll buy you a steak, but you gotta hear my new thing about trying to staple my dick to my forehead.
I do. He'll like run stuff by me and like, what do you think of this? And if I don't react right away, sometimes
He beats you?
I
he'll
scratch
see
it.
his
Immediately
feelings.
I scratch
He
it.
does. I'm like, do not run your work off of me. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, then
I'm
she tries to
supportive.
say that after I go,
No,
well,
you
fuck
gotta
that joke.
go bomb. You gotta go bomb in front of an audience, but you have to suffer
She
the
seems
bombs.
like a tough audience.
Yeah.
She seems like a really tough. I could tell.
It's very-
Like, it's hard.
Yeah, I feel like if
Like
it's...
she's gonna call you on your shit.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
want that. You
I
don't want her
need-
to. You
I
don't
have
want
to
her
have
to say
that.
she likes the joke, and then you go with all that confidence.
Well, it's not. It's more like if I get a little snicker out of it, I know that it has a chance. But if she just goes,
I won't
I know
pander.
that I should move on from that joke. That was not a good move.
So, but your relationship, you kind of answered it. So basically, what happens is you get to a point where you get pissed off, and you're like, "Yo, dude, let's go get some dinner," and then he's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Most
he
of
is
the time.
obsessive with his stuff.
I'm hard
Yeah.
to deal with, Pauly.
Yeah.
I can,
For sure.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
But that's what attracted me to him is he's passionate.
passion, yeah.
Yeah.
And when he finds something, and he's locked onto it, and I'm thankful for it
Yeah.
because everything else that he locked onto was giving him concussions.
Yes,
And
totally.
you can't do
Yes.
that forever.
And then are you always on his podcast too?
I produce it.
Oh, you're the
Oh, great.
producer
Yeah.
of it. Cool.
I
Okay,
run the
awesome.
cameras and everything, so I chime in here and there, but I try to like sit back and not say too much
Yeah.
because mostly it's going to be puns.
And then your boyfriend supports.
Yeah,
you,
and
you guys
he's
are-
working on my solo podcast too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
he does everything. He's an editor.
That's great.
Drives me everywhere. He does everything.
That's
Sells
awesome.
my merch.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. You need someone that supports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, where the fuck were you and why are you
If
doing
you
this?
ha- it just won't
Man,
never
they
work.
start pulling
Yeah.
your
No.
fucking
They
gun.
just
Katie,
don't know.
Katie
You have to
gets it. She understands me more than I understand myself. Sometimes she breaks down why I'm finding it difficult, and I go, "Oh yeah, thank you," because I didn't understand why I was getting so bummed out about
But
it.
it will just always be difficult, and then it will stop being that type of difficult. Do you know
Because
what
I
mean?
see
It
them.
just
Like
takes
I'm
a-
friends
it
with
just
Ryan
takes time.
Sickler, and I see him go,
It just
blah,
takes
blah, blah,
time.
blah.
But he's
And
just
then
been
he
doing it
walks
for.
out and
But he's
kills.
By
and
the
I'm
way,
like, how
I've
the
never.
fuck
I had
do
to
you do
quit
that?
smoking weed hanging out with Brian Sickler. I had to quit. I literally was like, you made smoking weed a fucking thing I can never do again. Thank you, Ryan.
He's pretty good at
but,
it.
But he's been doing it. Ryan's been doing it 20 years. It's like you can't measure yourself with the people that you literally have to. You can't. Are you going to mics? Maybe you should be going to mics. And
Open mics, you mean?
Yeah, you got to do the shit.
I wouldn't be headlining if I were you.
Yeah, it wasn't the plan. Someone just asked me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
your agents
And it
are
didn't
like,
do
money,
that
money,
well
money.
Fuck
either.
the
I'm
money.
like, they were
Fuck
like,
the
you did
money."
really well considering who you
should,
are.
You should open for people and sell their merch. Is what you should do for like 2 years. Yes.
No, it's serious.
Yeah, because
though,
then
dude.
what you'll do is you'll start to like realize you play the game, and then what you'll do is you become friendly with all the owners of all the clubs, and you get their
Right.
cell phones and emails, and then hey, and they see you're a nice guy and you're humble, and you're killing at 20-25 minutes. Because it's not about the money for you; it's about getting better.
Right.
So I wouldn't be headlining if I were you. That's just my opinion. You can do what you want.
I don't really have to worry about it. It's not like everyone's asking me. But I did get
But
asked.
you
so I
shouldn't
s-
be wanting to do 50 minutes on stage. Is my point.
Well,
I
it's just-
shouldn't?
No.
Okay.
No, you should only do 20-25 for a while.
And when you think you
Okay.
have 20-25, you probably have 5 minutes, right? You probably could like cut it down to 5.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I remember that lesson when I learned. I was
Yeah.
like, I got all this time, and someone's like, that's not. You're meandering in between a lot, and you just
Yeah.
cut it to the jokes.
I got a long way to go.
But it just
gonna be
happens. You just
okay.
got to keep doing it, but it works.
Well, I really appreciate the advice, and I really appreciate Pauly Shore just walking on, and obviously, Annie, I really appreciate
Of
you coming
course,
in.
thank you.
That was really cool of you to do.
No
So thank you
problem.
for all you guys showing up in the middle of the day. Enjoy the rest of your skank weekend. What? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, back at you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Be
Bye,
safe.
guys.
Don't die.
Do-do-do. Boy.